There is a state of emergency in El Paso right now as an increase of migrant crossings at the border continues. And now with Title 42 set to end, officials are bracing for an even larger surge in the coming days. Joining us this morning to talk more about the situation in El Paso, City Attorney Karla Nieman. Karla Nieman, thank you for being with us this morning. Are you all equipped to handle the thousands that are expected on Wednesday?
Thank you. Good morning for having us this morning. We've been working with our local, state, and federal officials to gear up for the influx of migrants. As you reported just now, our mayor declared a state of emergency on Saturday evening, and we continue to ask for assistance at all levels. We have several contingency plans in place, but as you heard, the numbers could continue to rise into the several thousands by the end of this week.
So what does the state of emergency do right now in preparation?
So it allows us to ask our state and local, state and federal officials for additional resources. The National Guard, likely the Red Cross, and various other nonprofit organizations have come together to prep various different shelters in order for us to be able to have housing, first aid, food, and transportation for these folks.
I have seen the images. Our reporters have been in El Paso looking at the people who are sleeping on the street already ahead of Title 42 lifting. How concerned are you that your city will be overwhelmed if the numbers that we anticipate actually happen?
It's quite concerning. As you noticed, the temperatures are dropping into the teens overnight, and it becomes very dangerous for especially the children and the elderly. We do have roving teams that are constantly monitoring the streets after we receive notice from CBP that they will be releasing either to the airport or the local bus companies. And we move them as quickly as we can, either to local shelters or hotels at this point.
What is the greatest need right now as you await this influx?
Housing and transportation. El Paso is, as you know, regionally, we're isolated from the rest of the state. So the amount of transportation out of the city is limited, especially during the holiday season. Our airport is also housing up to 600 people a night who already have tickets and are waiting to depart. But with holiday travel, tickets are limited and travel is already saturated.
Tell me about the impact this has on your neighbors, on your community, people who are trying to go to work, go to school, to live.
So we have received reports from various different neighborhoods that are close to the border. Unlike other parts of the country, El Paso is literally adjacent to Mexico. We have no separation in our border. You can walk across, as you've seen some of those footage. Neighbors are reporting that people are coming to their homes and knocking on their doors asking for assistance. People are crossing the streets. Unfortunately, we've had several incidents where migrants are attempting to cross Interstate 10 and have been hit and killed or injured. So it's a significant safety issue for our community.
And for the migrants as well. According to the AP, El Paso is the 5th busiest of the 9 sectors along the Mexico border. Why has it become such a magnet in recent months for crossings?
Our understanding from what we receive from CBP, it's the level of water that is in the river. So in farther south of El Paso, you have more water going through the river. As you see, the canal there is very shallow, and it prompts people to come in this direction to cross the international boundary there.
I'm curious, in your role as city attorney, the legal side of all of this, we continue to hear about a backlog of cases. How does this impact the processing of these migrants into the U.S. and on someone like you who's trying to oversee the legal steps?
So we've been following the process, and as we all know, Title 42 is set to lift in 2 days. Our role is really to provide communication and access to, in order to get help to El Paso. So we follow the trends in terms of making sure that the city manager and our Office of Emergency Management are kept up to date on the changes legally and how they can maneuver the process quickly to get aid to El Paso. So we focus a lot on our emergency contingency plans.
Karla, do you feel supported by the state and the federal government right now?
We continue to ask for support. Our federal Congresswoman Veronica Escobar has been very supportive. It has been our Senator Blanco in helping get aid to El Paso. But it would require significant change in policy in order to get out of the situation as we are here today.
What do you want to see?
We need additional support, and I think people need to understand that this is not a long-term solution, right? We need more help on the ground, and we need additional resources, more transportation, and additional shelter.
As people from across the country watch this and anticipate an influx a couple of days from now, what is the biggest misconception about daily life and what you all are faced with right now with what appears to be a crisis?
El Paso is an extremely welcoming community. Because we've been on the border, we have seen migration for over 300 years. It's not uncommon. What the biggest misconception I think in the rest of the country is there is literally no separation between Mexico and El Paso. Unlike California or Arizona, our border is adjacent. There is zero separation. So the access for migrants, legal and illegal, is very easy to come across the border right now.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.